Hey guys, so like I said, this is just going to be running a few more examples similar to the 3 problems that we did in the first video, just to sort of give you more examples to look at any point. Obviously, feel free to pause the video, do problems on your own, and then hit play to see me run through the answers. That's always kind of a good strategy to see where you are with things. So we're just going to get started. So first picture, I've got 2 chords crossing inside. This means I'm multiplying the 2 pieces on the same chord. So 8 times x, 9 times 12 is going to be 108. Divide both sides by 8, and you're going to get 13.5. It's decimal, it's a 0.5, no freakouts, right? Not everything in life is a whole number. This is a perfectly normal decimal. Take it and run, so to speak. Okay? I'm going to move over to the next question. I've got part inside, part outside. So 8 is outside times 8 plus x for the whole line. If you want to say x plus 8 because you like the x first, that's fine. It's addition. It doesn't matter what order you put the 2 pieces in as long as you're adding the 2 pieces of the line together. On the other one, I've got 10 on the outside, and so I'd have 10 plus 24 to make my whole line. So here, 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times x is 8x. On the other side, I can do distributing, right? Or I could do 10 and 24 and add first. It doesn't matter. Total is going to be 340. Okay, so whichever way you do it and put them together, you're getting 340. So at this point, I'd have to subtract my 64, right? That's going to give me 8x equal to 276. And a quick divide is going to give me a 34.5. Again, decimals are perfectly fine as long as it's not something crazy. If you get something crazy, go back, give it a double check. So let's take a look at 2 more. Again, pause if that's helpful to you. So here I'm looking at part inside, part outside, right? 2 is outside. 2 plus x is my whole line. 4 is outside. 4 is also the whole line. It doesn't matter if you do 4 times 4 on the left side. Again, I apologize for the pop-ups, guys. If you do the 4 times 4 on the left instead of on the right, there's no problem there. It doesn't matter as long as you have these items on your 2 sides, right? I distribute 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2 times x. On the other side, I'm looking at 16. Subtract your 4 over. 2x is equal to 14, and a quick divide tells me x is 7. Oops, I subtracted, hold on, 12, and you get 6. Helps if I subtract, right, doesn't it? 16 minus 4 is 12, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. Sorry, guys. Take a look at the next one. I've got 2 lines. They're crossing inside. This means I multiply the 2 pieces of the same line. So I'm going to multiply x times x plus 2, and I'm going to multiply 6 times 8. So x times x, this is going to give me an x squared. 2 times x, and 6 times 8 is 48. I have an x squared and I have a 2x. That means I need to bring that 48 over by subtracting 48 from both sides, right? So that's going to keep my x squared. That's going to keep my plus 2x. But now I have a minus 48. There we go. And we are equal to 0. We got a factor. What multiplies to negative 48? What adds to positive 2? X plus 8, x minus 6. That'll work. Again, if it helps you to set the 2 pieces, you should get values of negative 8 and of positive 6. And just like I said before, is you do want to be careful if you get a negative, look at your picture. Is it possible for the x to be negative? Well, x is representing a segment. Even this one, I'm only adding 2. So that negative would still be a negative segment. And so only x plus 6 is going to be my solution, not the negative 8. And we'll finish up, we'll do 2 more. So both of these, if you look, you've got part inside, part outside, so I'm going to use that setup. X is outside, x plus 10 is the whole line. 3 is outside, 3 plus 5 is the whole line. So x times x multiplies and makes an x squared. 10x. 3 plus 5 inside my parentheses makes 8, and 3 times 8 makes 24. So we're going to need to bring that 24 over, so I'm going to subtract 24 from both sides. So I've got my x squared still here. There we go. We still have a plus 10x. We now have a minus 24, but we're equal to 0, and we factor. Multiply to negative 24, add to positive 10. So x plus 12 and x minus 2. Find each value, or again, do the opposite of your parentheses. We're going to get a negative 12. We're going to get a positive 2. Look at our picture. Are those possible answers? X is a segment, negative's a no-go. Just x being positive 2 will work for us. And last one, x is outside, x is the whole line. 3 is outside, 3 plus 9 is the whole line. So x times x gives me x squared. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 times 3 is 36, or again, distribute and add together. Once again, we have an x squared, but we have no single x, so I can square root. And ultimately, that means I'm going to get x equal to 6. Understand, this might be a value other than 36. I know the one we did in the first video was a square root of 36 as well. Just a coincidence, but if all you have is an x squared and you don't have that single x value, you can just square root the whole value.